Hello, and welcome to our presentation from Wax Joystick for Stargate Highway. Our team, Wax Joystick, is made up of four people. We have our programmer, Vanna, who did a lot of our gameplay and menu work. Myself, Micah, did a lot of the various bug fixes. I did also some of the artwork of integrating the art in from our artist. And then we also had Wyatt Schaefer, who did our art stuff. So they did a lot of pixels for like splash screen, basically anything that's a texture in the game. They did. And then we have Mixing, who did our audio for the main menu, and you can see more of their details on the itch.io page. So for this game jam at the ArtCenter for 2023, the theme was square peg in a round hole. So we thought about this from a couple different angles. The first one being like, hey, how could you take two kind of odd things that like don't instantly look like they're going to mesh up together, and then make them align with each other through use of some like mechanic or interaction, right? That's kind of the more literal sort of interpretation, is how can we have this like, oh, there's a weird thing, and then we're going to try and mesh these two together. The other was thinking about incompatibilities, right? You can't fit the square peg through the round hole. So what are some incompatibilities we could maybe match for our game, and how does that like fit together? So we're like kind of took some of both. We're like, hey, let's mesh some genres together. So we've meshed together puzzle and kind of action, like lots of being able to quick and do things really quickly. And those don't tend to mesh very well, because with puzzles, people tend to like to have plenty of time to examine the solution space without like being under tons of pressure. So you kind of have that meshing of genres, but we also have this idea that you are moving around various spaceships to match certain holes. And we'll get into that when we get to the gameplay. So let's jump into the game. You can see our lovely art from our artist here. We got play menu, credits, etc. Jump to credits. No, just a credit screen. That's good. So we're going to jump right into it. So I'm going to pause for a second so I can go read the high concept, because I don't know from my top of my head. So the whole concept of the game is to race through warp lanes, dodging oncoming traffic in this challenging action puzzle game. And we're going to do just that. So as you can see, we have like this cool warp tunnel that we're like zooming through. We have these different tracks. There's 5 by 3 tall. And we want to try and move the ships around in that tunnel. And I'm going to make the game just a little quieter, because I'm pretty sure it's blocking out my voice. So let's do that. Hopefully you could hear me. All right, so we're just going to give this a play. So we have this oncoming set of blocks that we need to dodge and maneuver from. So I want to move these blocks out of the way. So like, no. And because I started late, I didn't really have enough time. But as you can see, we had like a collision there, a collision there. So let's try and move them so they don't do that. And we can just click and drag to move these out of the way. Whoosh. Okay, let's move here, here, here. Okay, dodge that one. We got one coming down the middle, so let's switch to being just top and bottom. We got an X pattern here. So let's move this here. And you notice like we're really this is really pretty fast paced. You got to really think on your feet about where to move certain things. And you almost want to be thinking about the next puzzle after you finish the current puzzle. And you can see that in the visuals that it's like noticeable to know where things need to go. Go right there, right there. Sweet. And zoom by this one. Sweet, and we can go zoom past this. What's up? We beat the first level. So there's like, I think 5 or 6 levels in this game. And they get extra hard as we go along. So at a certain point, I'm probably going to stop talking and like give the game my full attention. These other levels aren't too bad, but, you know, they're still tricky. So, yeah, we did a couple things with the post-processing. You might notice with, like, making certain parts of the level glow. Oh, no! Okay, I wasn't quite fast enough. So instead of replaying the rest of this level, I'm just going to skip. We can type in or hold WIN enter to skip to the next level. So now we're on this level. This is a lot quicker pace. So now we're really starting to marry puzzle and action together. So we got to go real fast, and we have to really be able to logically figure out where our cube goes. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we got another one. Zooming through. So a lot of how this game was put together was quickly iterating on the idea of like how these things are going to mesh together and really selling the illusion of speed. Oh my gosh, I got super lucky. That pattern is like S tier getting through those. Got through several puzzles in a row. Sweet, and I think we'll call it after this level. Oh no! Phew. There we go. Awesome. And you can see also we keep track of how much time it took and the number of retries you've had so far. All right. So thanks very much for listening to our presentation. You can find our game up on itch.io if you'd like to give it a play. We have you can just download it. It's for Windows 64-bit, so you'll just download the zip and then extract and play. So yeah, thank you for listening to our presentation of Stargate Highway. Thanks for the having this game jam run. It's really cool to be able to make these games and show them all off to you all there. So yeah, thanks so much. Take care.